Acceptance. This came out in reverse, and so I looked through my other deck to get it. You know what I mean? So we can get a picture. Okay, so it's a 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, yeah, you had to accept and forgive people for being how they chose to be in divine connection, a soul mate connection, or something that, you know what I'm saying, God intended to bless your heart with, but people did not cooperate. They chose to be something other than what they were called to be, what they said they wanted to be. They did something different. Okay, and you had to accept that. Okay, that you were dealing with people who would rather go after all the ill-gotten gain that they could get, instead of, you know what I'm saying, providing leadership to you, to the family, to the connection, to the business, to the friendship. Okay? Yeah, they abuse their authority. You were upright in the situation. Whatever situation it was, you were upright. But these are the people that you were dealing with. People that, like, no, they did not provide no leadership. The leadership they provided was corrupt. Okay? Whatever they did, they were dead wrong. Okay? They were iffy. Okay? They you know, but they think that they rich. And they got it going on, you know, because they done got all the ill-gotten gain that they could get. Okay? And they over here running their mouth because you done been blessed and highly favored for the work that you did put into the connection. God saw it all. Okay? Yeah. And it shaped your path. Okay? So here you are out here with this path, due to how you operated within the connection. You remain upright, even though you weren't always here. You know, it was a time when you was, you know, going along, dealing with, learning, living and learning in the situation. You had to go without, because they was the one getting all the gain in an ill-gotten way. So you might have to do without, but you was becoming more and more, because you was continuing to operate in an upright way. Okay, upright before the Lord, fair. Okay, even though it meant you had to do without. They got the long end of the stick. You got the short end of the stick. Okay, but now it doesn't matter, because it made you better. It literally made you better. You are better than the silver and the gold. You are the value. You are what's golden. You, Christ in you, your hope of glory. Okay, due to this connection. See, you was doing everything you was doing as unto the Lord, not just to the husband, not just to the whoever this was, smiling so sweetly but lying through their teeth. And God saw what you was dealing with. He was like, see, this is what we dealing with. Okay, everybody have you know what I'm saying, a right to choose. You got to accept it. Okay, instead of just crying about it and being sorrowful about it, and you know what I'm saying, accept it. Forgive yourself, forgive them. Okay? So we can recover. And that's where the recovery begins. You have to just admit. It says the future looks brighter. Okay, the future looks brighter. The future, you in the future, looks brighter. Okay, right here, freedom. Talk about being self-employed. Future looks brighter. Okay, ain't gonna be nobody in your way, no Debbie Downers in your way, no cynics, skeptics, none of that. None of that is gonna be in the way, holding you down, killjoys, worriers, complainers, none of that. You had to just accept that that's what you was dealing with. That was the hand you was dealt. Okay? But the future looks bright. Okay? As you release the past. That's what we just said. As you release the past. Optimism overcomes despair. Optimism overcomes despair. That light within. Okay, win. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. It really is. All good. Okay? We accept it. It's okay. We've recovered. Whew. Yeah, and clarifying the Five of Cups in reverse, it says, simple Simon. This is Proverbs 1:22 through 24. Seemed like that was here somewhere else. Maybe not. Yes, right here. It's right next to each other. Oh my God. They're right next to each other. Simple Simon is the pessimistic and disbelievers, the cynics, the skeptics, the doubters, the critics. How long will you be a killjoy, a worrier, a complainer, a Debbie Downer? They're the simple Simons. That makes so much sense. They're the simple Simons. Simpletons, it says. How long will you wallow in ignorance? You who are simple, stupid, dumb. For how long will you love your foolish, how long will you love your foolish and gullible ways? This is what God is asking these cynics and skeptics and doubters and critics. These people that you say, how long will you be, it says, you wallow. That's why you say how long. How long will you be a killjoy? That means you wallow in ignorance. You who are simple, it's you who are a killjoy. Stupid, a worrier, complainer, Debbie Downer. For how long will you love your foolish and gullible ways? Woo! That's an ass whooping if I ever seen one. Spiritual ass whoopings. God giving them out over here. Next one says, Lord, teach me to escape. Okay. I ain't trying to get that kind of whooping. Teach me to escape. The teachings of the wise. Okay. Which was the cure for these simpletons. The teachings of the wise are a fountain of life. Okay. So why you crying over these cups? These little 5 little cups. Okay, that you need to switch out. Reverse it. Accept it. Accept that you was over there wallowing in the mud with the pigs. It says wallowing in ignorance. Okay. Forgive yourself. You don't come to yourself through these teachings of the wise. They were a fountain of life to you. You got a whole fountain of life over here worrying about these 5 cups. Okay, this fountain of life, this fountain of knowledge, this fountain of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it says they will help you. The teachings of the wise, they will help you escape when your life is in danger. Because they want you to drown in sorrow, drown in sorrow, drown in the wallowing of this ignorance. Drown in the sadness that you surrounded by idiots. Foolish and gullible in their ways. They want you drowning in this fact. But you was like, you know what? I'm gonna get these wise teachings that's gonna help me to accept. Okay, it is what it is, and they gonna help me to escape. Okay. Now that I done found that my life is in danger if I stay here wallowing in this. But you, Proverbs 13 and 14. Yeah. It says you're the one. Just because they aren't acknowledging your divinity. See, that's what it was. Just because they aren't acknowledging your divinity doesn't mean you aren't divine. That's what God told me. Because I got my name, on it. Just because they aren't acknowledging your divinity doesn't mean that you are divine. You got to accept yourself. Okay, you got to know who you are and accept yourself. Christ was on the cross and they was crucifying him. That means a whole lot of people. One number 3 at the foot, one on his side. Okay. Everybody else was saying, yeah. Everybody else was being a simpleton. Everybody else was being ignorant. Everybody else was being a killjoy, worrier, complainer, a Debbie Downer. Okay. Foolish and gullible. He was surrounded by that. Not recognizing him. Not recognizing that he had been the fountain of life. Okay. He was the teacher of the wise. They mocking him because, why can't you escape from danger right now? Why are you on this cross? He had to accept that they were what? Non-believers. They were pessimistic in the fact that somebody could be, you know what I'm saying, this good in their heart, in their soul. This aligned. This truly aligned. To the point where it's supposed to bring harmony and growth. Bring it to them. Jesus said, if I be lifted up within you, if I be lifted up, if who I am in you is lifted up, it'll draw all unto you. All the harmony, all the growth, okay? All the transformation, all the deeper understanding that you'll have around you. People that do understand you, not simpletons. But you got to know who you are. Because you got to know who you are when they ain't saying so. Okay? When they refuse to say so. When they just keep lying through their teeth. In order to be deceitful. Lying through their lips. Okay? Dishonest. Just liars. This row is just about liars. Liars. Like, if you would admit that the fountain of life has been in your presence, that the teachings that you were getting, they were wise. They did lead you the right way. And it was on a God level. It did look like a miracle. Because it was a miracle. God say do this. God say do that. And they help you with that wisdom, help you to escape danger. These people wanted you to be sorrowful because they was over here acting stupid, being foolish, gullible in all their ways, simple-minded, stupid, playing dumb, just wallowing in ignorance. They wanted you to be there, was playing Simple Simon. Okay, so playing Simon Says. Okay. They wanted you to believe what they wanted, you to believe. So that would keep you from thinking, being confident. If you let Debbie Downer tell you something, you're going to be looking like her in the mirror. You let her speak over you. No. We're going to accept who you are, and we're going to accept who we are in the equation. Okay? Yeah. You dirty. Low down and dirty. I'm just saying, in your way of being, in your way of doing, yeah. And God, his teachings, his wisdom were like a fountain of life. Out of my belly shall flow rivers of living water. Okay, was just coming up, sharing with me, telling me what to do, how to escape. So that my life would no longer be in this kind of danger around these demons. Okay, because here you are divine. No, the demon not going to say, okay, the demon not going to say that Jesus is Lord in your life. Yet. Say you'll need to be this card here. See, you got out of there like accepting the truth. Got you out of there like a bat out of hell. Okay? With the moon being there. Subconscious, the teachings, the things you knew. The things you knew on the inside. wisdom. It was like a lamp unto your feet, leading you in the darkness, through the darkness, through your dark night of the soul. It says you'll need to you'll need to see in the dark to maneuver the coming changes. While it seems extreme, okay, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, while it seems extreme, just hang in there. This too shall pass. See, you're surrounded by all this darkness. That's why you got to be able to see in the dark. Okay, nobody's shining no light on you. They too busy, because ain't no light inside of a cynic, a skeptic, a doubter, a critic, somebody who kills joy. How long will you be a killjoy? This is the darkness. You had the light of the wisdom, the teachings on the inside. It was a light lit on the inside, a fountain. Nobody was watering you. Okay, no. Which is why you were sorrowful and crying. Nobody was watering you. You was getting all of that from above. You was getting all of that from within. Okay? They're not going to accept your divinity. They're not gonna say, they're not gonna be honest with you about you. They're not gonna confess that you upright and that you fair. They're not gonna say that you were supportive and understanding. God gonna give you. Good people will be rewarded for their deeds, okay? Whether they even though they didn't give it to you, God got you. He gonna give it. You want it from him anyway. These people are limited. They ain't got nothing. I don't want nothing from you, because you ain't got nothing. Cynics don't have nothing. They don't have no joy. They don't have no faith. They're worriers. They don't have no ideas, I guess, for solutions, because they're complaining. Yeah, no joy. They don't have no sense, good common sense, gullible. They don't have no knowledge. They don't have any wisdom, because they say stupid and dumb. Got the nerve to be a skeptic. Yeah, that's the blind right there. Can't tell you nothing about you. You don't want them to. God said you need to be able to see in the dark. Okay? While you're here, you're going to be like a bat. Feel your way through. Okay? Supersonic. You got to hear. Your best friend won't be around, but from within can be found. Look how he just wrapped up in himself. But what from within can be found. His spirit. Leading and guiding you into all he's providing, but you must focus and cleave. Then after patience, receive the promise that's only possible when you dare to believe. And when tradition says it's a lie and religion yells crucify, you must know that the reason why, Christ first did they all deny. Hey, Christ first did they all deny. But they can believe it or not. Continue to be skeptics. Believe it or not. Why? Because destiny can't be stopped. Power to us did he give, that we would not die but live. Okay? We gonna not die, we gonna live. They're not going to be able to kill our joy. Okay? We're going to live and not die. Because we're connected. Okay? To the source. That's why he say just hang in there. This too shall pass. Okay? Won't be long. You're going to be feeling right at home. Won't be long. Be flexible. Be flexible. Okay? Stay curious so you can learn and uncover the truths. Okay? Be eager to learn. God, I don't know. Show me. Show me the way. Show me the way to freedom. Okay? Been taught all your life. You gotta work hard. You gotta just. Yeah, and it is hard work, but don't have to be that hard when you're doing what you love. When you're doing what you love to do. You love understanding people. You love supporting people. You love being a understanding support to people. You just realized you was being it to the wrong people. Okay, you doing all that, being all that you wasn't gonna do these people no good. So stay flexible. Stay flexible. This is the next card. Strength. Strength. It says, true strength is found in patience. Yes. True strength is found in being patient. Wait for it. Okay. Compassion and inner peace. True strength is found in patience, compassion, and inner peace. True strength is found in patience, compassion, and inner peace. Yeah, inner peace. Compassion, patience. It says you have the power to face challenges with calm resilience. Let kindness, okay, and understanding guide you. Let kindness and understanding guide you. By mastering your emotions, okay, you align with the gentle yet unshakable power within you. It says inner resilience empowers you to remain calm and steady even in the face of struggle. And that's what you had to do in order to make it through. Yeah. Inner resilience. Inner resilience. See through the dark. Okay? Inner resilience. Self-improvement. Personal development. Inner resilience. Bravery. Self-esteem. Inner strength. Inner strength that's made from the mud. Cards we got out clarifying this. First one says good and satisfied versus greedy and dissatisfied. Okay? Not taming that beast. Taming that beast. It says an appetite for good brings much satisfaction, but the belly of the wicked always want more. That means they greedy. Over here with this ill-gotten gain, okay? When you go after all the ill-gotten gain you can get, the more you get, okay? Belly of the wicked, belly of the beast. The more you get, the less you are for getting it that way. It takes your life away. Okay? But it say the belly of the wicked always want more. The belly of the wicked, this is Proverbs 13:25. The belly of the wicked is greedy. The belly of the wicked is dissatisfied. It always wants more. Okay? But the appetite for good, which is what they don't have. See? The appetite for good, it brings much satisfaction. You be like, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, satisfied. Satisfied. But you was connected to somebody who was the opposite of you. Greedy and dissatisfied. Couldn't, no matter how much goodness was poured into them, even though they didn't have an appetite for what was good, their belly was just wanting more. Just feed me. That's that belly of the beast. Just more. So you wore out. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Because trying to keep a bottomless pit full. Because they did not have an appetite for what was good. And guess what was good? You what was what was good. But they didn't have an appetite for that. No. This belly of the wicked wants wickedness. More wickedness. Yeah. And then the next card says, avoid trouble. Okay, avoid this kind of trouble. Avoid this belly of the wicked right here that's always wanting more. Okay, avoid trouble by asking for advice. And okay, sometimes you can look at this card too. I look at this card as is Jesus, Absalom with the what's the movie with y'all know what the movie I'm talking about. It's a child's movie. Who one of my favorite writers' name, right? I see it, Lord. When the children went through the closet into a whole nother dimension. Narnia. All of it won't come to me right now. But y'all know what I'm talking about when I say Narnia. It's like this. This is the wisdom that you can go to. You can go to him and ask for advice. So that you can avoid trouble. Because he says it's arrogance. See, these people over here, they with the belly of the wicked always want more than arrogance. Arrogance causes trouble. And then it says, got good counsel. This is the third card. Got good counsel without good direction. Okay? Without good direction, without wise advice, people lose their way. And for a lack of guidance, nations fall. For a lack of guidance, nations fall. Okay? Because they too arrogant to ask for advice, to ask God, okay? To get counsel from God, to get good counsel. Therefore, they have no good direction. Without good direction, people lose their way. And for a lack of guidance, nations fall. But victory is won through many tried and true advisors, okay? The more wise counsel you follow, the better your chances, okay? Okay, Lord, we thank you for giving us an appetite for what's good. We thank you that we crave wise advice. We thank you for wise counsel. We have an appetite for. Okay? For good direction. For wise advice. So that we can win the victory. Okay? Through those tried and true advisors that you provide for us. Tried and true advisors. They're honest people. Upright, fair, even though they might be poor or not have the riches, this world's riches, might not be rich according to what this world say is rich or considers to be rich. But they're rich in spirit. They're rich in wisdom. They're so, they have a fountain of life, of teaching. They're a tried and true advisor. Out here nurturing. Thank you for, here go clarification. Out here nurturing, Earth Angel. Whenever I see Queen of Pentacles, Earth Angel, then it's clarifying that for real. Earth Angel next. This was next. When you connected like that to the Most High. Okay? You always got an appetite for His goodness that brings you much satisfaction. Okay? Appetite for His goodness. You want what's good. You want what's good. Come on with that wise. This is all, these are clarifying. These are clarifications right here. Hitting, ain't it? Okay? Clarification with the tradition. Okay? But victory is won through many tried and true advisors. The more wise counsel you follow, the better your chances. Okay? So you're not out here, next card, lacking. Not out here like these Debbie Downers just out. You ain't got nothing in spirit, you ain't got nothing in truth. Just wanting over here like the belly of the wicked. Just wanting more. Wanting more. Wanting more. Just poverty. No, that's not you though. Because you know, you getting this good direction. So you don't lose your way. Next card is education. Because this is us. This is what God got us out here doing. Earth angels. This is what God got us out here doing. Teaching with wise counsels. Okay? Educating on the spirit of poverty. And what it really looks like. What it really is like. Okay? Educated. Being that guidance. So that there is a victory to be won. Instead of a life to be lost. Instead of, you know what I'm saying? The nation falling. Due to a lack of guidance. Due to, because there was no good direction. Okay? Good direction. Right here. Right here. Queen of Pentacles. Temperance. Yeah. Hierophant. Good direction. Wise counsel. Wise counsel that gives good direction. Because without it, people lose their way and nations fall. Due to a lack. Right here with this poverty. Due to a lack of guidance. Look. Due to a lack of education. Lack of education. Bam, elimination. Lack of education. My people perish due to a lack of knowledge, a lack of knowing, education, knowing. My people perish due to a lack of knowledge. That's why He wants us out here giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. Giving. And then the next card is movement. He's giving you permission. Yes, go. Giving and receiving. You receiving from God and you giving. Okay? To those who have an appetite for what's good. They want what's good. This is good to them. It brings them satisfaction. They feel like, you know what I'm saying? They're being provided for so that they can get the victory. So yes, they are receiving. They're receiving your wise counsel. You say the more wise counsel you follow. Okay? Your feed should be full of you following wise counsel. Not people that, you know what I'm saying, are just greedy, graspy. You know what I'm saying? They after all the ill-gotten gain they can get. You know the difference. You know when a soul is after all the ill-gotten gain it can get. It got a feeling to it. It feel graspy, greedy. It sounds. Come on with that sound. You got to go through the darkness. Hearing what's not even being said. Hearing what's not being said about you. Hearing when they not giving you the credit that's due when they holding back, withholding it from you, and yet want it from you, okay? And yet want it from you. Yeah. You educated people out here, okay? Because the real wealth, wisdom is our real wealth. The wisdom of God. That's where the wealth really is. The wisdom of God, being connected to God, Okay, that's where the real wealth is, the value is. Next card says battle, 5 of swords. And then it says tensions and miscommunication may leave you feeling isolated. Reflect on your approach and seek to rebuild trust. Sometimes walking away is the best path to peace. Choose your battles wisely. Yes, you just walked away. You just walked away. Yeah. Yeah. You accepted the fact you didn't have an appetite. We don't have an appetite for the same thing. I want peace. You want tensions and understandings. Just want different tensions and misunderstanding, miscommunication. Yeah, because you can't communicate with people that wallow in ignorance. So yeah, you can expect there to be some miscommunication. You can expect there to be some tension when you're surrounded by cynics and skeptics and doubters and critics. Okay, when you in partnership with somebody that's, in it for the wrong reasons. They after all the ill-gotten gain they could get. Yeah, you can expect there to be some tension. You can expect there to be some wrestling with them demons, okay? Some tension. Because you done had to accept the fact that, hey, I got to get out of this. I got to avoid this danger. Danger. Okay? So this battle, it says, reflect on your approach. Okay, rebuild. Sometimes walking away is the best path to peace. Choose your battles wisely. Don't waste your energy. Okay, God, right here, clarifying that. Don't waste your energy. You have good people skills. Choose the people. Choose where you sit. What tables you choose to sit at. What kind of people you want to be around. See, this right here is like the 6 of Swords. Getting away. Going to calmer waters. Okay? So you can meet people who want what you want. Who have an appetite for what you have an appetite for. They like to ask for advice too. They like to, you understand what I'm saying? They're not arrogant to the point of causing trouble. No, you leaving that behind, left it behind, moved away from it with the quickness. You will make good progress now, and you will be able to overcome any obstacles in your path. Big leaps forward are possible, okay? Big leaps forward are possible. Yeah, let's make that clear. Big leaps forward are possible. You can leave this entire situation if that's what you want to do. Go to a whole new environment, you know what I'm saying? And eat good over there, okay? Because you over there with people who also have an appetite for what's good. So you finna be, where you going, you finna be satisfied. All because you making a decision. Right here it says, do the most, clarifying this right here. This is what I'm reading now. It's clarifying this 5 of Swords, this battle card. Okay. It says, do the most with your moments. The Lord detests the way of the wicked. First of all, the Lord detests the way of the wicked. And a life frittered away disgusts God. Okay, how these people living their life, just frittering it away. It says it disgusts God. Okay, but he loves those who pursue righteousness and love those who run straight for the finish line. Okay? Those who run straight for the finish line. Doing all the good stuff. Okay? They running strong, straight, upright. Upright. Towards the finish line. The next card says, "O Zion." It says, "Celebrate. God is in charge always. Zion's God is God for good." Hallelujah. Psalms 146 and 10. And then the next card says, "Not enough alone." It says, "In any great undertaking, it is not enough for a man to depend simply on himself." Okay, these people over here, simpletons, depending simply on themselves. That, they go, I got my plan. I'm going to get all the ill-gotten gain I can get. And, and before you know it, you know what I'm saying, 7 years later, I'm going to have all I... In any great undertaking, it is not enough for a man to depend simply on himself. It is not enough for a man to depend simply on himself. You need that wisdom. You need that knowledge. You need that understanding. You need that godly guidance. You need God to educate you. Don't think more highly of yourself than you ought. In any great undertaking, okay, you're going to need God to help you. Okay, so I'm talking to people who in whom God's spirit dwells. God, the spirit of the living God dwells on the inside of you. Lives, abides, and you abide in him, and he abides in you. And you know what I mean? And you are one. Okay, with God and everybody like him. You're not frittering your life away. You over here celebrating. You using your life to celebrate, okay? And God say he loves those that pursue righteousness. Remember we was talking the other day about seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness and all his way of being. Seek his righteous way of being, his righteous way of doing. We're not talking about being perfect. We're talking about being pure of heart. So that we can see God in our situation, so that we can see God in our lives, okay? Say this happened to you, that happened to you, okay? But you can look for, God can heal, and, and there's hope. And you know what I'm saying? And you can have a testimony of how he healed you, how he got you through it. Life be life, and that's what life does. Okay, but what are you doing? You ain't got nothing to celebrate, cynic, skeptic, doubter, critic. Killjoy, worrier, complainer, Debbie Downer. You don't have nothing to celebrate. No, there ain't nowhere in your life God is in charge. You don't see none of his goodness. Okay? When God say he good always. Zion's God is God for good. Always. But if that's not the case in your life, then you can't say so. But if it is and you're not saying so, okay, God said, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your moments? Okay? What's on your table? What are you doing with your life? Well, whose plate are you eating from? Are you a part of the belly of the wicked that always just want more, never satisfied with what's on your plate, with what God done gave you? Okay, gave you a new start, away from this battle, away from those who fritter their lives away from the wicked, who he don't like them either. He said the Lord detests the way of the wicked, the way of. There's a way of being and doing that the wicked have. It says the Lord detests the way of the wicked, and a life frittered away disgusts God. He gave you this life and you just frittering it away, just being this way. Cynical and skeptic and doubters and critics and dead wrong and iffy. Thinking more highly of yourself than you are, dishonest, liars. Yeah, he detests that way of living, that way of being. But he loves, okay? But he loves. He loves those who pursue righteousness. And he loves those who run straight for the finish line. These horses and this sun, this is the sun card. You know, that's the, yeah, fire horse. Fire. This girl is on fire. Us unicorns out here on fire. Running with the passion of the Christ inside of us. Wanting people to have more, be more. Okay? Educating them with the guidance that you got from God. And now you giving it. So somebody else can take what they you know what I'm saying, what's good for them. So that they can overcome obstacles in their paths. So that they can take big leaps forward. Okay? That are possible for them. This passage, God is, this battle, you leaving this tension, all this atmosphere of tension and miscommunication, you leaving that. So you can go, and that's what the freedom is here. God is setting you free. So you can leave all that behind and go to a place where, you know what I'm saying, you can celebrate God freely. Your own little spot, your own little corner in the world where you can just worship all you want to. Because you're not depending on just yourself. Arrogance. It's arrogant to do that. That causes people trouble. Okay? Because without good direction, people lose their way. And for a lack of guidance, nations fall. Okay? Better get guidance. Better get all the guidance you can get instead of all the ill gain you can get. Get all the God-given guidance you can get. Okay? It says your current situation is a means to an end. Okay, that's what it was, a means to an end. You are making the uncertain voyage to a new world, a whole new world. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. Enjoy the people that you meet when you're walking down the street each day as you go. It says you have a flair for working well with others, okay? Why these people, being around these people though, you wouldn't have known that because they so cynical and skeptical and doubting and critical of you. Okay, killjoy. Okay, you would have known that you had a flair for working well with others because these people weren't getting along with you. You could be a diplomat, a counselor, or with that counselor again. Got good counsel? Yeah. God say take this counseling, this ability to be diplomatic. Salesperson, okay? You got what's good. You have a product that's good. The counseling is the product. The wise wisdom is the product. The understanding, being able to give people a deeper understanding, being able to see what God is saying, being able to hear what the Spirit is saying to the church, to the people, to the ecclesia, to the body, to the collective, okay? Or the head of a company. Right here, he was talking about it. Head of the company. You're being promoted or called to lead. Head of a company. Promotion. Right here. Time for you to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Ask for a raise. Ask for a promotion. Or a step up. Okay? God say, what you want on your table, counselor? What you want on your table? Head of a company. You can have whatever you like. Yeah. Huh? What kind of business you want? Huh? What does being rewarded? Right here say being rewarded. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity. Okay? You're cashing in on all the good work you've done. Okay, you were a good counselor around these people, even though they didn't have an appetite for what was good. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. Your assignment is over. The current situation you was in, it was just a means to an end. Okay, get ready to travel. Enjoy the discovery and the people, that you're gonna meet as you go. As you go be this counselor, this diplomat, this salesperson, okay, this head of company. Ask. All you got to do is ask. Okay? The sun is shining on you. You and God. Because it's not enough for you to be alone. You know you need God to make the most out of your life, to pursue this righteousness, okay? To run straight towards the finish line. This last card, this is the finish line. And clarifying this is protection, ups and downs, and star power. Protection, ups and downs, and star power is clarifying the sun. It says clarity and joy are breaking through. Lighting your path with vitality. Okay? Path is full of life. With vitality. Embrace the warmth of this moment and let your inner light shine. Told you. Let your inner light shine. Success and happiness are within reach, auntie. Okay? We about to be sipping, I'm finna say tea on the beach, honey, but we can have, okay, whatever tea is for you, whatever you like in your cup. Okay? Step forward with confidence and gratitude. This is how you stepping forward, with confidence and with gratitude. And you're going to be satisfied. Stepping forward with confidence in your God. Okay, confidence in your connection and who you connected to. And gratitude. Look at that heart. Gratitude. God, thank you for being with me. Thank you for being for me. Thank you for showing me the way. Thank you for being my wise counselor. Okay, thank you for showing me the light. Thank you for giving me clarity. Thank you for paving the path. Thank you for going before me. Thank you for backing me up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, bragging. Right here, the first card, it says motives lead you to places, okay? We was talking about where we going. Motives lead you to places. Whatever your motive is, it'll tell you where you going. Okay, what you going towards. Okay? Motives. Motives lead you to places. Mixed motives, okay? Mixed motives twist life into tangles. Mixed motives. Mixed motives twist life into tangles. Pure motives take you down a straight road. Pure motive. Pure motive. Clarity, joy. That's your motive. You know, I just want to be clear. God, I just want to have joy. I just want breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. Okay? Not being stuck on stupid. Right here. With this is Six of Swords. Right here, which is what you're moving away from. All that tension and all that battlefield. With people who don't want to know. They're not curious like you. You know, they don't want to know how to do better. They like being bad. They like how they play. They like being cynics and skeptics and doubters and critics. And killjoys and complainers and Debbie Downers. They love it. Yeah, but here you are over here with these pure motives, you know, that are taking you down the straight road. Okay, and God says you're being protected. Okay, from these mixed motives that twist life into tangles, you're being protected. You're being protected from deceit, which is already out here. Deceit, dishonesty. Okay, save me from lying lips and deceitful tongues. God is confirming that while you out here going towards everything and all of that, He loves you. Okay, yep. He loves that you're pursuing righteousness. And they not going to be able to stop you. People that's mad. People that, you know what I mean, got mixed motives for being in you, in your life, around you. Okay? You're being protected from deceit and from situations. Okay, them shitty situations that are no longer serving you. Okay? God say, lie low for a while, and you will be shown. You will be shown the truth. Okay? You're going to be shown where these motives is mixed at. And how they trying to twist life. Okay? Trying to twist your life with their lies and with their deceits. Okay? They stay arrogant. Want to cause trouble. But you avoid trouble by asking for clarity. See? Show me, Lord. Give me advice. Give me some relationship advice. Give me business advice. Give me advice on myself. What do I need to do? Who are the people? Who? Show me the sun. Do. Show me who. Tell me who is gonna love you like I do. Show me. Who's gonna love me like you do? Show me, God. Who's gonna love me like you do? Put me around the people that are gonna love me like you do. Okay, so we know we got protection over these people who got mixed motives that twist life into tangles. We have protection. We have protection. While we riding in the sun, there's protection. Okay, next, the ups and downs. Your work has potential for both advancement and stagnation. You definitely gonna be stagnant if you stay with what you left. If you decide not to leave and take that rite of passage, and you decide to stay with the simpletons, okay, with the simple Simons, with the pessimistic and disbelieving individuals who go after all the ill-gotten gain that they can get, those who are arrogant to the point where they cause trouble. Those who have a belly of whose belly is wicked. They wicked from the gut. They wicked from the core of themselves, always wanting more of what they don't need. It says your work has potential for both advancement and stagnation. You could stay stuck, drown in the sorrow of it all, or you could accept, okay, that you need a way out. You need to be saved from the danger of doing that. Cry out to God. Okay, it says, see if there is hope. Okay, cry out to God for hope. The God of Jacob, okay, for hope. But allow yourself to move on if needed. Yep, it's needed. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Love you though. But moving on. Really don't love you though. Okay? I don't love people that, yeah, it's coming up. Confirmation. Don't love you though. I don't love nothing I need to be protected from. I want to be separated from it. I want to be able to move on from it. Thank you, Lord, that the situation was just a means to an end. Okay? That we making our uncertain voyage to a new world. Okay? We can enjoy the discoveries as we go. It's not only are you leaving, but God says He wants you to enjoy the discoveries as you go. Why? Because He loves those who pursue righteousness. And he loves those who run straight for the finish line. They don't stay stuck. They run for the finish line. Might be some ups and downs. Might be, okay, little on the sea. Get a little rocky out there. But we still running straight for the finish line. We still running, you know what I'm saying, towards what's good. We still going towards celebrating God. As we be illuminated, you know what I mean? In His light of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Show us. Show us. right here with this ups and downs. It says, pave the path with diligence. Pave the path with diligence. So we had to move ourselves around, because these people that we was running with, they weren't trying to pay. They was the way of the sluggard. The way of the sluggard, the lazy, is overgrown with thorns. Okay? They're going to have you stuck in stagnation. The diligent, though, the upright, okay, walk the smoothest paths there are. We walk the smoothest paths there are. Smoothest path. We go the smoothest way. Yeah. Because we diligent. Bout it. We have an appetite. We diligent about having an appetite for what's good, so that it brings much satisfaction. We're diligent. We're upright. Right here it says, far better to be upright, fair. We're upright and fair and poor than to be dead wrong, iffy, sadly mistaken, and rich. Yeah, the way of the sluggard. Okay? When you go after all the ill-gotten gain you get, that's a lazy person. You lazy. You want to go after all the ill-gotten gain. You don't want to gain it the right way, by being diligent, by being upright. You don't want to gain it that way. No, I say your way though, but that way you going, it's overgrown. Look at these thorns. It's overgrown with these thorns. The way of the sluggard, the lazy, is overgrown with thorns. Proverbs 15:19. This your way. This what your path look like. While we over here, okay, galloping in the sun. With the sun. On behalf of the sun. Ambassadors of the sun. Sons of the sons. Daughters, okay. Daughters of the sun. Here to illuminate the way. Show the way. This way. Okay? This way. Walk this way. Talk this way. Yeah. Here to show the way. This is the way I came. Okay? Looking like Harriet Tubman, getting us back and forth ship. The last card is Starpower. It says, you need engaging work that will let your talents shine. You need engaging work that will let your talents shine. Yeah, your people skills. Let your talents shine. Your entrepreneurial skills. Let your talents shine. Okay? Your connection with God. Let your talents shine. Let your relationship be seen. Let it be known that in your weakness, He is made strong. Yeah. You are a natural actor and influencer. Okay? A natural actor and influencer. You attract fame and fortune. If I be lifted up, that's what Jesus said. If I be lifted up, I will draw. If I be lifted up within you, I will draw all. They out there riding on the motorcycle bikes or whatever. But he said, if I be lifted up within you, I will draw all unto you. I will draw it all. If I be lifted up within you. Okay? They say these two are pictures of Jesus lifted up within you, in your life, in your everyday life, and what you do on a practical. Okay? You are being called to care for yourself and others in tangible and practical ways. Okay? Muting, alchemizing. Okay? teaching. What do we learn? What do we learn along the way? What do we get out of it? Out of our adventures, okay, of being an earth angel on this earth. What do we get? What do we turn that into? Education. Turn that lack into education. That education became guidance. We learned it from the lack. Yeah. And now, what? We got improvement. Now we've improved. Yeah, we was in a lack, poverty, around poverty-minded people, all of that. Yeah, crabs in the bucket. That's what that is. With all that cynics and skeptics and doubters and critics, it's crabs in the bucket. Don't want you to get out. Stay in here with us. It's a tradition. We all stay. You know what I'm saying? No, don't fly away. Don't fly away. Even though you could do more, be more. Don't do it. Stay. Stay stuck. Stay stagnant. We ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. You know, just keep being lazy. Overgrown with thorns. No, we learned. We learned. No, we have to continue to be diligent, whether we got a little bit or a lot. We learned that we need to be content. Okay? And even if you ain't got nothing but a little bit, okay, you need to find whatever you got. Sow it. Give it. Say have some. Even if it ain't nothing but a little bit. Share it. Okay? This is the new way. Okay? In this new world. In this new world. And in this new world, you're a star. Okay? You have all the power from all the lessons that you learned. Everything you went through. It's empowering you now. Now you know what when people got a twisted life, when their life twisted up, yeah, you know to look for mixed motives. Because you know that that's what produces a twisted life. Okay? And when you see somebody going straight, oh yes, straight. Yeah, you already know 9 times out of 10 it's because they got pure motives. Yeah, because you don't get, pure motives. Because even their advice takes you down a straight road. That was clear. I understand. I need to do exactly what I do. And it worked. Yeah, because they got pure motives. So nothing can stop them. Nothing can get in their way. Okay, no matter what the ups and downs are, you will not be stagnant. You will advance. Okay, look at this. Long as you start engaging in the work that God got for you to do, long as you position where He wants you to be. You're gonna have a smooth path getting there. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be smooth sailing. Okay, smooth riding. Okay, totally protected. Stop playing. He got you. Know that. Okay? All because you accept it. It is what it is. Okay, God, what do I need to do now? Lord, teach me to escape. Teach me to escape. I accept it. I accept it is what it is. Okay, I'm surrounded by this, that, and the other. What do I do so I can run past this? Accept it. That it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. Okay? That was the message. Until next time. Bye.